Now on WRDE Coast TV.
A car crash in Bethany Beach Saturday causing some major damage. Details from first responders.
20 of the 35 abandoned dogs found in the Lewis home are now looking for their forever home.
A home suffered a fire in Laurel on Saturday. Details on reports of people trapped inside the home.
Well, we saw another hot day to end the weekend here along the coast, and now our eyes turn to some stormy weather to start the week. I'll have the details coming up in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Britt Leone, welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We're starting tonight with an update on the 35 dogs found living in deplorable conditions in a home in Lewis earlier this week. Now, the good news is 20 of those dogs got a chance at new life, up for adoption at the Brandywine Valley SPCA today. Sometimes we're reminded that even the worst situations can bring forth good ones. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us that no matter the breed, every dog has its day.
A line wrapped around the Brandywine Aftercare Center Sunday morning, all for the love of man's best friend.
Those poor little dogs deserve to have a good home, and I'm going to bring one home, and it's going to have a great home.
This past week, 35 dogs were discovered abandoned and in need of help in a house in Lewis. They were rescued, and now 20 of those dogs are up for adoption.
A line out here already at 6:30 this morning. I did poll the adopters outside, and they are all Delaware adopters, so they are coming from our local community.
Karen Monzone and her family wanted to help when they heard about the dogs in need.
Following the story since Thursday, and I was waiting for the opportunity to help one of them. And I'm here today to get my birthday gift.
These 20 dogs up for adoption aren't just cute, but they have cute names, like Jalen Hurts and Brandon Graham, all affectionately named for Eagles players. Names to give love to dogs that may have been forgotten, but the hope is that they will now get the homes they deserve.
It's not about the breed. People are sometimes just looking for breeds, and all the dogs are very special. Once you give them the opportunity, you're happy and the dogs are happy.
My wish is that every one of them makes that connection, that eye contact with their new mom or dad, and that they never, ever, ever have to suffer anything again.
And if you ask anyone who came to adopt, the need is mutual.
They really need to be loved, and I can't wait to get mine home and love it. I love dogs.
Although all the dogs from the case have been adopted, the Brandywine Rescue Center wants to remind people that there are still plenty of puppies and dogs waiting to get their forever home. In Georgetown, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
The man who was taking care of those dogs spoke with Coast TV News at this past week and claimed he tried to get help. Neighbors say the dogs could be seen wandering around the neighborhood alone, with some escaping through a broken window of the home. The Office of Animal Welfare is expecting an update on criminal charges against the owner of those dogs tomorrow. We're moving on to weather now, taking a live look. I'm sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. I can't see where we're looking, but we're going to check in now with our first alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Britt. Well, we're certainly seeing a pretty beautiful evening out there. I hope you were able to enjoy the last 24 to 36 hours. We've seen some great conditions because it is going to be turning stormy as we head into the start of the work week. Tomorrow we do have a first alert day. The main reason for that, well, here we go. A level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather risk index for anywhere in that yellow shading. So all of Delmarva. Most of those storms, though, the good news is going to occur during the evening hours and the overnight hours. Most of the day is actually going to be dry. 79 degrees right now in Rehoboth Beach. The camera, unfortunately, doesn't want to pull up. Temps all across the region in the 70s. So it's pretty pleasant outside. Closer to 80 degrees, though, in Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach at this hour, sitting at 79 degrees. Satellite radar picture not showing a whole lot of clouds, just a few high, thin clouds moving through the area. Like I said, most of those storms, they don't arrive here until we head into the evening hours and really the overnight hours tomorrow. So the good news is it shouldn't be that bad of a beach day overall. The first half of the day going to be pretty dry with temps climbing up into the low 80s on Chincoteague Island. And then in Ocean City and Fenwick Island, we're climbing up to 83 degrees Fenwick Island around noon, 82 by 5 p.m. Storms arrive just after 5 p.m. We can see that in Lewis. 5 p.m. the first storm starting to arrive in both Lewis and Rehoboth Beach with those temps in the low 80s.
Thank you, Alex. Moving on, the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company was on the scene of a head-on crash that happened yesterday, August 12th, around 12:45 p.m. in Bethany Beach. The fire company says this happened on Coastal Highway and Inlet Drive right before the Indian River Inlet Bridge. The fire company reports that people were trapped in 2 cars. After first responders extricated the people trapped, they were taken to BB Medical Center by ambulances. One person was taken to Christiana Hospital from Delaware State Police helicopter. The fire company says Route 1 southbound was closed for about an hour and northbound was merged to 1 lane in the area of the crash. The Laurel Fire Department says there was a house fire on Saturday, August 12th. The department says the fire happened at a home on Line Road. It reports that people were trapped. The department says thankfully no injuries were reported and that some good people helped those people out of the house before first responders arrived. President Joe Biden was in Rehoboth Beach. You can see him enjoying the beautiful day earlier today, riding his bicycle. The White House press says he was cycling around 9:30 a.m. this morning at Gordon's Pond Trail wearing a Delaware Blue Hens t-shirt. People shouted questions at him asking if he was going to Maui, which is dealing with those devastating wildfires. In the aftermath of that, the press says he didn't respond, but he did respond saying, "How are you?" to a small crowd of people cheering as he was cycling by. Later today, the president went to the beach. He's expected to go back to the White House tomorrow. 2 people were ejected from an aircraft during the Thunder over Michigan Air Show today. AMIG-23 demonstration plane performing at the air show crashed into the parking lot at the Waverly on the Lake Apartments in Belleville. People ejected from that plane didn't appear to have any sustained significant injuries, but first responders took them to a hospital just as a precaution. The aircraft struck some unoccupied cars in the apartment complex's parking lot, but no one at the apartment complex or at the show was injured, thankfully. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating this crash. Hawaii's National Guard is helping in the search and recovery efforts on Maui following those devastating wildfires that killed 93 people. It's the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history, and the death toll is expected to only rise as these National Guard search teams inspect one charred home after another, as more than 2,200 buildings were damaged or destroyed. Authorities warn the effort to find and identify the dead, it's just beginning. The Guard has also started deploying helicopters to drop water on wildfire hotspots. In one day, the Guard made 58 bucket drops, totaling more than 100,000 gallons of water. Guard members have also been involved in relief efforts, helping distribute supplies. The Red Cross says it's opened emergency shelters on the islands of Maui and Oahu. Some residents and tourists fled when the wildfires were raging. Since the fire started, the Red Cross says more than 3,300 people have spent a night in one of their emergency shelters. 5 people were killed in a massive explosion that destroyed 3 homes in the Pittsburgh area. Part of that blast was caught on a nearby security video. Authorities in the county say the explosion destroyed 1 home and that fire from the blast destroyed 2 other homes. At least a dozen more residents nearby were damaged. The fire was large enough that water tankers responded from 2 counties and 18 different fire departments. The cause of the explosion is still being investigated. Now to a possible 4th indictment for former President Donald Trump. The investigation into the 2020 election interference in Georgia appears to be heading to its final stage, and more than a dozen people could be charged as soon as Tuesday. Ali Rafa has more.
Is there any chance you take a plea deal in Georgia?
Yes, we did nothing wrong.
Former President Trump campaigning in Iowa this weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
Unfazed by the prospect of a 4th criminal indictment. This week, all eyes are on Fulton County, Georgia, where District Attorney Fani Willis will likely go before a grand jury to make her case that the former president and his allies broke the law when they pressured officials to overturn the state's election results.
I just want to find 11,780 votes
Trump lashing out at Willis over the weekend, calling her racist and the probe a fundraising con job. Two people central to the probe, Georgia's Republican former Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan and journalist George Chidi, confirm they've been called to appear Tuesday before a grand jury.
Saturday afternoon, I received a phone call from the DA's office, one of their investigators, to tell me that I should come in Tuesday.
Chidi providing NBC News this image of what he says was a secret meeting at the state capitol on December 14th, 2020.
I walked in with cameras blazing and was almost immediately escorted out of the room. I was told it was an education meeting, which is very apparently now not what was happening there.
Trump isn't the only one in jeopardy. Legal experts say prosecutors may use a Georgia organized crime law to potentially charge more than a dozen of his allies.
They don't want to take the risk of going to jail for 5 years, and they may decide to flip and cooperate with the government against Donald Trump.
There's more news to cover tonight on Coast TV News at 11. Coming up, a new sculpture has been donated to the Lewis Public Library by the Art in Bloom Committee. Details on its unveiling Monday. South Bethany Town Council now considering a ban on marijuana sales. What people in town want to see happen. And progress at 5 Points in Lewis. That story and more next. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Summertime. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. When I met you in the summer. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face.
Sunkissed Summer Mixtape on 102.5 WBOC.
Brought to you by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Before you celebrate your new home, protect your surfaces with HydroShield. HydroShield prevents unwanted stains from penetrating the surfaces in your home. Our eco-friendly formulas eliminate the need for toxic chemicals, protecting you and your family. You paid good money for your surfaces. Protect them with HydroShield. Call today for your free total home protection estimate. And relax, we have you
Learn more about our total home protection at hydroshielddelmarva.com.
A lot has happened across Delmarva this week. Coast TV Madeline Overturf gets you up to speed in our week in review.
The 50th White Marlin Open started Monday. $10.5 million in prize money was on the line for what's billed as the biggest billfish tournament in the world. The Dewey Beach Police Department is expanding from 10 to 13 police officers. The money to pay these new officers' salaries is coming from what the town currently pays for outside agencies to help patrol the streets. Progress at 5 Points. DelDOT says the roundabout off Route 9 should be open by the spring. The next phase of construction will cause closures on Plantation Road and Robinsonville Road for about a month. That's going to happen after Labor Day. 35 dogs were rescued from a Lewis home without electricity or running water. They are now in the care of the Brandywine Valley SPCA. The Office of Animal Welfare is planning on pressing charges against the dog's owner. Good news for Milford drivers, the Maspillion River Drawbridge is reopening. DelDOT announced the imminent opening Friday afternoon. The bridge's closure to both drivers and boaters snarled traffic in Milford for months. For your Week in Review, I'm Madeline Overturf.
In regional news, the Dover Police Department is investigating a robbery at a Wawa in Dover Saturday night that they say happened due to road rage. Police say that victims were driving eastbound on Forest Avenue when pulling into a parking lot. Police say they were approached by a man with a bat who believed he was cut off by one of the people. He then shattered the passenger side window of the car, giving the passenger some minor injuries. Two women approached the car and ordered the driver to get out of the car, demanding he turn over some money. He didn't initially comply, but was forced to go to the ATM at Wawa and withdraw money, turning it over to one of those women. The suspects then left in a black Ford F-150 that was in the Wawa parking lot. Still ahead on Coast TV News at 11, a possible marijuana sale ban coming to South Bethany, how people in town feel about the possibility.
Well, storms are on the way to the coast to start the week. Our time at the arrival of those storms coming up just after the break.
Oh, they're out there by the millions. And spiders, crickets, and ants are always looking for a place to call home. Look, up ahead is your home. And to them, it looks like the perfect place to settle in. Call Brazier's, and our expert technicians will establish a defensive barrier around your home that will keep out the riffraff. Our premium protection plan is guaranteed to keep spiders, crickets, and ants from moving into your home for a full year. Call Brazier's Pest Control today and say goodbye to unwanted guests.
Hey, bath guy, do you do roofs? Nope. Do you do lawns? Negatory. Do you do windows and siding? Not a chance.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Hey, Dad, can you take out the trash?
No, son, not a chance.
Peninsula Bath.
In 1948, my grandfather created JD Asphalt. Starting as a small contractor, he built his company by providing the highest quality work. 3 generations later, we're still focused on laying down the best pavements possible. Whether it's commercial or residential, we deliver personalized attention with every project, bringing an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site. That way, we can deliver fast, premium results that last.
Call JD Asphalt now and ask about our 0% financing options.
Party decor and more. The store that has all your party supply needs. Festive holiday decor. Game day team supplies. Balloons that are safe for the sky. Announcing a special surprise. And of course, something for every birthday year that flies by. Party decor and more. The only party store at the beach. Midway Shopping Center in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Well, hopefully you were able to get outside and enjoy some of the fantastic weather we saw here along the coast throughout the weekend, because we've got some stormy weather on the way to start the week. Tomorrow evening in particular, we've got a severe weather risk, a slight risk that's a level 2 out of 5 on that severe weather risk index for the chance of some strong damaging wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour, a little bit of flash flooding, large hail, and even an isolated tornado or two that is anywhere in that yellow shading. So all of Delmarva tomorrow evening, and that's not the only severe weather risk that we have this week. We jump ahead one more day further, and there we go. We're back in the yellow. We're back in that level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk. So each day, Monday and Tuesday, will be a first alert weather day. Make sure you're finding ways to stay weather aware throughout each of those days. Maybe use this QR code down there in the bottom corner of the screen. Pull out that smartphone, scan that QR code, download our WRDE weather app. It's going to send you any of those severe weather alerts right to your phone when they're issued, whether it's a watch, whether it is a warning. Tuesday, the severe weather risk is a little bit lower, but we're going to continue to have to keep an eye on it. Still, that risk of those strong damaging wind gusts and a chance of an isolated tornado. So certainly each day, we're going to have to keep a very close eye. Through Monday morning, though, the good news is we're going to stay dry. So the rest of the overnight hours were pretty quiet. But here we go. There's that first area of thunderstorms. This is 12:30 Monday afternoon. So early afternoon, we may see one round of storms. The more severe round of storms likely going to arrive during the evening hours, likely after the dinner time hour and probably right around sunset. Here we go. See these deeper reds? These are individual thunderstorms that are popping up. If we get these individual thunderstorms, certainly we're going to run the risk of that large hail and that isolated tornado. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Those storms, they continue moving through the area for several hours, and then we dry out as we head towards Tuesday morning. But as I said, we're going to get a second round of storms Tuesday evening. This is 6 p.m. See those deeper orange, deeper red shadings? There's those thunderstorms, those strong to severe thunderstorms capable of those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So stay weather aware each of those days. By Wednesday, though, we really start to clear up. We see the sunshine return, and the rest of the week is going to look pretty nice across the region. This evening, it's looking pretty quiet before those storms arrive. Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. Plenty of people enjoying the boardwalk, plenty of people enjoying the beach still this evening. Temps sitting right around 76 degrees at this hour. And temps all across the region are in the 70s to close to 80 degrees. It's 80 in Bethany Beach, 79 in Rehoboth Beach. We're sitting at 75 in Lewis, 78 in Millsboro, and 74 degrees in Georgetown. Winds pretty calm. They're going to remain calm throughout the overnight hours. Cloud cover-wise, we're not really concerned with the cloud cover throughout the evening. And really, throughout the next couple of hours until we get those storms tomorrow evening. This cold front is kind of going to stall out and then kind of just transition over to a warm front, and then that boundary that sets up across our area, that is going to be the trigger for those thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. But as I said, it doesn't arrive until later in the day, so our official forecast actually shows a pretty decent start to the day with those mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy skies through noon, with those temps climbing close to 90 degrees. So it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid before those storms arrive, and then, well, we've got a 70% chance of those scattered strong to severe storms Monday, 40% chance, a little bit lower risk on Tuesday with temps back up to 92 degrees. And then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 70 forecast shows sunshine taking over for the remainder of the week into next weekend with highs in the 80s and 90s.
Thank you, Alex. A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7. Students and parents in the Indian River School District can soon meet their teachers, tour their schools, and see who's in their classes for the upcoming school year. New student orientation for Indian River High School will be held on August 24th at 6:30 p.m. Open houses for the other schools in the district will be held on August 29th, 30th, 31st, and September 7th. Open houses on the evening of the 7th include the district's Early Learning Center and Howard T. Ennis Preschool. We have the full list of open house dates and times on WRDE.com. The first days of school in the district are September 5th and 6th. South Bethany is a quiet little resort town, and they want to keep it that way. Like other coastal vacation destinations, the town council is now considering a ban on marijuana sales. As Coast TV News reporter Carmen Holland reports, it's a trend we're seeing over and over again.
The green stuff. Marijuana. In South Bethany, there are mixed feelings.
If you want to have a martini or you want to have a joint, that's fine.
I don't see it, I don't smell it, I like to keep it that way.
But regardless, town council is moving to create an ordinance that would ban the sale of marijuana within town limits. And some, like Tim Shaw, say the town has their reasons.
Don't want to have someone say, well, gee, we're not banning it, so let's start moving forward, making plans, preparations, investments, whatever, because obviously South Bethany is going to allow it, that we need to make sure we make it very clear ASAP that no, we are going to be the same as the other towns adjacent, which is to say we don't want that here.
Beach towns like Bethany Beach, Dewey Beach, and Fenwick Island all have banned the sale in their towns. Stacy Wagner says she thinks people can smoke it, but banning the sale might not be the worst idea.
Until you can get the research that shows that that your neighborhood would remain safe if these stores sold, then I think they're doing a good job of saying we want to keep the vibe of vacation and safe and happy, healthy families, and can restrict commerce to do that until proven otherwise.
While others like Drew Davis say the town's banning the sale is a missed opportunity.
I just think it's, kind of ridiculous. Obviously could be a potential source of revenue with the taxing and if it was regulated the right way. So I think all the small towns could use all the revenue they could get.
The town of South Bethany says the next step in the process is for them to write the ordinance that would ban the sale of marijuana within town limits, and that wouldn't be ready for first reading until September or October. In South Bethany, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
The Ocean Pines Association has spoken out after a series of issues at the Ocean Pines Golf Club have happened. According to officials, these issues are caused by people not allowed on the course in the first place. They say the course has restricted access, meaning it's only available to registered golfers. They also want to remind people that unauthorized access can cause some potential hazards and safety concerns, and all visitors that go to the course should respect the property and not cause any damage. In your health news tonight, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a warning on Friday for certain products that test for pregnancy, ovulation, urinary tract infections, and other conditions. The manufacturer, Universal Meditech Inc., has stopped all operations and is no longer providing support for the tests. The company has recalled undistributed tests, but not those that are already in the hands of people who have bought some. The FDA advises anyone with those tests to just throw them away as they will not be safe or effective. The tests may have been distributed under brand names like AC&C, Healthy Wiser, some Health US, and Prestige Biotech. It's not clear yet why the manufacturer stopped operations, but for a full list of products, visit the medical device safety page at fda.gov. Still ahead on Coast TV News at 11, the Bethany Beach Boardwalk Arts Festival right around the corner, what you need to know ahead of time. And a new Lewis Public Library sculpture. Details on the unveiling tomorrow. That's coming up soon after this break.
Broken down AC system? Horizon has you covered with same-day repairs and next-day installs guaranteed. Don't wait. Schedule your next service online in seconds. Call, scan, or visit us at horizonservices.com.
Windsor Teak Furniture Famak Island offers the world's best drop leaf folding tables with 20 different versions in stock. They can be used with one leaf up or with two, and when both leaves are folded down, the table can be stored in 8 inches of space. We have drop leaf tables in dining, counter, and bar height, and they can seat from 2 to 6 people. We have a table for you. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or check us out at windsorteakfurniture.com, and remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Pain and immobility take you away from everything you love to do. That's why at PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown, our focus is to rebuild your life by providing high-quality, post-acute care to those who suffered from serious injuries or illness. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced robotics, highly trained professionals, and the highest level of rehabilitation care. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown.
We are often asked, who is our client? The answer is, you are. Whether you're a homeowner, builder, contractor, architect, designer, or do-it-yourselfer, since 1986, BSD has helped clients transform their vision into reality with superior products like Andersen Windows and Doors, the most trusted and preferred among homeowners. Andersen products are reliable and backed by the best warranty and service. Our state-of-the-art showrooms offer a unique selection experience. Visit us at BSD because you are our client.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Sags or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
No hot water, no problem. Just call Horizon Services. We're there same day with a brand new water heater and a professional fix for any other plumbing emergency. For all of your plumbing needs, call today or visit us at horizonservices.com.
To new crackdowns on password sharing in the streaming world, Disney announcing it's looking for some tactics to stop its viewers from borrowing family and friends' accounts. And there's a price hike ahead if you want to watch ad-free. So what do you need to know about the changing frontier of streaming? Well, Stephanie Gosk is here with more.
Want to spend the weekend binge watching your favorite shows? If you're sharing a password, get ready for a crackdown. Disney, which operates Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, announcing it's exploring ways to monitor password sharing.
Just sort of borrow a bit from those who can afford it.
This move comes just months after Netflix successfully pressed pause on sharing accounts.
Disney Plus and Hulu are already two of the most popular streaming services right after Netflix. So a lot of consumers clearly love the content there, and that may play into Disney's plan here.
Netflix is tripping if they think I'm about to add a member.
And despite some backlash,
Oh, annoying, this is horrible.
business is booming. Netflix says it added nearly 6 million subscribers in the quarter after the crackdown.
Oh, this is stressful.
60% of viewers have at least 4 streaming services, and an average household pays $54 for subscriptions monthly. Now, Disney Plus and Hulu are scheduled to hike up their prices starting October 12th. The standalone ad-free version of Disney Plus expected to go up $3 to $13.99 a month, and Hulu without ads will increase by $3 a month to $17.99 a month. With password sharing and price hikes, experts say it's only a matter of time before more streaming services join in.
If everyone's doing it, it's hard to ignore it. And eventually, people are going to have to decide whether or not it's worth paying for the streaming service that they're watching.
A new sculpture has been donated to the Lewis Public Library by the Art in Bloom Committee. Art in Bloom is a committee of Lewis in Bloom that has been active in the community for over 7 years now. And over these years, the committee has donated several pieces of art. Its latest being gifted to the Lewis Public Library. The new sculpture, titled Best Friends Reading, shows a boy and girl reading together on a bench. The unveiling of the sculpture at the library will be tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. After the break here on Coast TV News at 11, the Bethany Beach Boardwalk Arts Festival just around the corner. Details you don't want to miss. We'll be right back after this.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose one of 5 flavors for endless combinations, including new Nashville Hot. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Wow! It looks great in here! Hey, Mark! I'm here to help, buddy! Sounds good! We're a little short-staffed. No problem! I brought my crew! Well, why not? Let's get started! Everybody needs a hot tub. Yeah! Who doesn't need a pool toy? Hey, put it back! So what you got here? It's a Finley O sauna for all your aches and pains. Yeah! So come see us at our new showroom, Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
Shop fabulous, fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis. Discover stylish and comfortable clothing and shoes from designers you know and love. For all budgets, shapes, and sizes. From head to toe, you can complete your look at Twyla's. We believe in building lasting relationships and always offer honest fashion advice. Come visit us for a unique shopping experience at Twyla Farrell. Open 7 days a week on 2nd Street in Lewis.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new chicken tender platters. Crunchy, juicy tenders all dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded. With a thick slice of garlicky Texas toast, seasoned crinkle fries, slaw, and choice of sauce. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
The Bethany Boardwalk's Arts Festival is back. The event returning for its 45th anniversary on Saturday, September 9th. The event will host over 100 artists who are showcasing and selling their work. Artists specialize in a lot of different mediums, including painting, woodwork, jewelry, and more. This is going to run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. that Saturday.
Well, it's a pretty gorgeous evening across Delmarva. We've been enjoying some fantastic weather over the last couple of days. The whole weekend features some pretty great weather across the region, and we're still enjoying that. This evening, our Hershey Exteriors camera at the 45th Street Tap House. It's looking pretty quiet out there in OC. Temps quite comfortable, sitting right around 76 degrees. Unfortunately, the weather does go downhill tomorrow. Make sure you have ways to get severe weather alerts sent to your phone. Download our Coast TV weather app. We have a first alert weather day issued for Monday and Tuesday for the chance of severe weather. Severe thunderstorms possible each afternoon and evening, Monday and Tuesday. Temps before those storms arrive. Low 90s is going to feel like the mid to upper 90s to close to 100 degrees. So hot, humid, and then turning stormy each day with the damaging wind gusts and isolated tornado threat each afternoon and evening. We do dry out Wednesday, and then we stay dry all the way through the middle of next week with highs in the 80s and 90s.
Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Coast TV News Today, starting at 5 a.m. Have a wonderful night.